Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm about to show you some of my favorite items from the mix shop. The first one being the Cupcake Pen holder. Basically, if you don't want any mess on your baking trays, it's perfect to just portion out each individual muffin or mini banana loaf, whatever you may be making. It's also easy to scoop the mixture in with the opposite end. So this is available on the mix shop. I love it. The next one of my favorites is the potato peeler blade cover. I've used this tonight for dinner. It makes the best roast potatoes, leaving a nice groove around the actual body of the potato, which one should do the olive oil and some rosemary salt. The salt attaches really well and you come up with some really crispy potatoes. I love this one, can't go wrong. Also the fact that it's now stainless steel, so we're not using as much plastic. And my next two favorites are the smoothie cup holder and the travel cup for either hot or cold beverages. This is really good. The lid's really easy to clean. There's no awkward slots or anything on there that gets stuck. So yeah, really easy to clean, nice and simple. This one also keeps things warm as well, but your smoothies will last frozen for quite some time. The kids take this one to school in the morning when they've got early morning sport, just with their smoothie in there. Yep, so these are a few of my favourite items.
Thanks, Mary Poppins. Oh, it's not Mary Poppins. What? Who is it? Not Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
All right, we're going over to Helen. Please hold on. Let me just find her. Oh, why won't it do that? Sorry, I'm just not giving me my normal things. Let's just see. Okay, let's just make sure that we are spotlighted. I can see you. Over to you.
Thanks, Mandy. Okay, so my favourite things that I love from the mix shop. Number one is my dough mat. I absolutely love this mat. It's super soft, easy to roll out, easy to pack up. Cleaning is really easy. I just throw it in the sink with warm water and dish soap. Yeah, I love it. Perfect for rolling out my my rolls and things like that with my dough. Love it. My second item is the funnel. Oh my goodness, I think this is the first thing I purchased from the shop. Absolutely love it. I was using it to do my stock paste most of the time, but now I use these little jars to store, you know, like tandoori paste or some stock paste if I'm going to put them in the freezer. And this is actually the perfect size to fit in there. I love it. Now there's no mess because it's such a small opening, so love it. Also too, I love it for my tea leaves. Perfect size for my jar. Love it because it used to take me about, I don't know, a couple of minutes to fill this, because I used to get my tea, or I still get my tea in like a cryovac bag, and trying to tip it in there was really awkward. Now I usually just put it on, tips it in, simple. My last item that I really love from the shop is the large jug, thermo jug. I do have a small one as well. Well, I think it's called the medium one. I do have one of those, but I just find it's just a tiny bit too small. So I bought the larger one, absolutely love it. I put soups in there. I do my gravies and custards, especially I put it in there. And some of the recipes I use on Cookie Do also have a sauce. Perfect to keep it nice and hot until you're ready to eat your dinner.
Thanks, Helen. That's fantastic. All right. Okay, so over to me, and I'm a little bit greedy because I've got lots of things that I love. But first of all, just a little thing Helen was saying about the jug. So this is the medium-sized jug. There are a couple of things on the mix shop that you need to be really mindful of when you're ordering. So this is an example. I have two of these, which we worked out is actually a good thing because we've got a long table and I have one towards either end when we've got entertaining. But I actually wanted one of the large ones. And I clicked on the picture of the large one, but I didn't look at the drop-down menu, which then automatically got me a medium-sized one. So just really be mindful when you are on the mix shop that you do check the drop-down menu. It's happened to me too with oven trays, where I've clicked on a large oven tray and I've actually ordered a small one because that's the default. So just be very mindful. To the right hand side of the picture, there can be a drop down menu, and just make sure you're ordering the size that you want. But I would absolutely agree, that is fantastic. Okay, I have a very scraggy looking, I need a new one of these, but this is the eco-friendly bowl brush. So I'm sure a lot of you by now know that that's actually really important to me. I will not buy one of those plastic ones. Having said that, I do have 2 plastic things I'm going to show you, but they're, as much as possible, I try and be eco-friendly. But when you can't find anything that is, then if you have a little bit of plastic, I think it's okay. So the first one of those is this. Now, this is just called the green bristle brush, and it comes in a pack of 2 on the Mix Shop. I call it the blade brush because I use it underneath the blades. It's absolutely fantastic. But you will see on the Mix Shop under the cleaning accessories, there is another brush called the blade brush, but this is much better. It's really firm. It's quite rigid and makes it really easy to get underneath your blades and really give them a good clean. So that is one plastic thing. Moving away from plastic for a minute, I have this spray bottle. Now, we've had a little discussion about this. Some people have found it not great, but I love it. And the fact that I don't need to have any, I know fluorohydrocarbons or whatever they're called, they're not meant to be in anything anymore. But, you know, I can just refill this with oil and spray on my, you know, if I want to grease something. So I really like that. Told you I was going to be greedy. So I like silicone too, because again, you don't need to, you know, it's really easy to get things out. I can just see I made Anzac cookies on here today. There's a bit of an impression on there. But this is a silicone tray. It's got hard around the outside, and it's just the middle that's the silicone bit there. So you don't need to use any baking paper. You don't need to use any of those things on there. You can just put whatever you're making straight on. And along the same lines, we have our rose gold trays, and now you can buy sets of the rose gold tray with their silicone insets, if you like. And they can also, you can also get them with a rack as well, a wire rack for cooling things on too. But these, I would have to say, and I know talking to the girls earlier about what we're going to talk about, everyone loves these. They're just fantastic. And then I do unfortunately have to show another piece of plastic, but I do think it's a really good piece of plastic. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sharing it. So this is the cake holder. All right. And the reason that I like it is I've had tins for years and years and years, and they are rusty inside. Honestly, I think I've had them 25, 30 years, and they have gone rusty inside, you know, however well you try and look after them. This, I just use this for everything now, and I'm going to pull it apart and just show you a couple of the features. Just down a little bit. So it has a great big, so the height is a wonderful thing. So you can actually store 2 layers in here. It comes with these 2 tiers. So this is, so you can have 2 tiers of cupcakes in here if you want, or you can actually put a cake on here and have cupcakes up above, or if it's a tall cake, just that on there. The other thing about it though is it has this bit that lifts off the bottom, and it's really smart. So these are all things that you can put in the freezer. So if you're taking something in summer anywhere, you can actually have all this frozen, it will keep it cool. If you're camping and you might have taken your cake and you've kept it cool, you can take all these out and you can then use this as a dip thing, you know, or an antipasta thing. So I just think it's a really, really smart thing. And that's why I've shown you a big piece of plastic. Generally, I wouldn't, but I do think that is really smart. So hope you enjoyed looking at some of our favorite things. You know, there's so much there in the Mix Shop, well worth having a good look around. When you do have a look around, if you decide to go ahead and purchase anything, please look for your consultant and add them from the drop-down menu. We do get a little bit of commission on things when you purchase from the Mix Shop. Would love to have your input too, and we know the things that you love too. Thanks very much.